everyone, welcome to Living Coast in your living room. My name is Ashley. I am one of the educators here at the Living Coast Discovery Center. The Living Coast Discovery Center is a small nonprofit zoo and aquarium located down in Chula Vista. We are uniquely situated on the San Diego Bay National Wildlife Refuge. Now, we are upset that you guys can't see us down here today, but we're doing our best to bring all of our animals to you so that you can get a chance to learn about our native wildlife that calls San Diego home. Now today, we are going to get to do a little bit different of an experience as we are going to be focusing in on eagles. Now today, I am actually going to be playing a game with you all, a trivia game all about eagles with the help of our animal care staff. They're actually going to be feeding our eagles today. So are you guys ready to get started? So Keeper Taryn here is going to go ahead and go bring in our food to our eagles today. So let's get a chance to check that out. Now, it might take her a few moments to get in there as she does have to walk all the way around and unlock those using her one-handed skills to make sure that our eagles are going to get the nice variety of diet that they need. So they're going to get a little mixture of different things today. So let's check out and see what they're going to do when they get their food. All right, so Taryn is very carefully placing the food for our eagles on their perches, giving them the opportunity to watch her and see her entering and exiting their enclosures. Whenever our keepers enter any of our animal homes or habitats, they always want to make sure that they're keeping their eyes on them. So you probably got the chance to see Taryn doing so there. She didn't ever turn her back to those animals so that she can make sure that they are comfortable with her entering and exiting their exhibits and making sure that they're not freaking out or getting a little nervous by anything that might be going on. Now, I'm not sure if you can get a good view of it, but right up here, we do have some of the food over here, and it looks like one of our eagles is coming on over right now to check it out. Looks like they got a rat today, a nice big rat. Now, we are going to be playing a game today. We talked about playing trivia. And it looks like one of our eagles is going to be talking throughout, so we'll make sure we'll get a chance to listen to that as it happens. All right, so you can see Franklin here coming on up. He is one of our eagles. He's very curious and ready for his food. So let's go ahead and get started with our trivia game. In order for you to play, all you have to do is comment your answers in the video feed, and then I will make sure to read those out loud. So question number 1 today is going to be, what types of eagles live at the Living Coast Discovery Center? Now, we actually are very lucky here at the Living Coast. We are home to 2 different types of eagles. So you got a chance, hopefully, to see Franklin as he came up to steal his rat, as he grabbed it and ran away to the back corner. Franklin is actually a bald eagle. So if you guessed bald eagle, you are correct. And Dorado, he's actually the one in the back over there. He is actually going to be a golden eagle. Golden eagles and bald eagles are both native species to our region, and they're actually very commonly found all over North America. All right, now our next questions are going to be a little bit harder than that one. How much does an eagle weigh? In pounds, how much do you think these animals weigh? Now, on average, eagles can weigh anywhere from 6 to 15 pounds. Now, that's quite a different drastic range there, right? but that's because it all varies on what type of eagle you're looking at and whether it's male or female. Generally, females are going to be bigger than the males. They're usually about 25% bigger than those males are going to be. Now, for Franklin, our bald eagle male over here, he is actually going to be on the lighter end, as he's going to be anywhere ranging between 5 to 7 pounds. Betsy Ross, our female bald eagle located on the other side of the enclosure, she weighs about 7 to 9 pounds. And then Dorado, hanging out back there, that golden eagle, he actually weighs anywhere between 6 to 8 pounds. Just like with us, our weight fluctuates a little bit, same with them. So they're generally within that range, and that is a perfect range for their sizing. Now my next question for you is going to be, how long can eagles live? Now you can answer this question in any way that you want, whether it be in zoological facilities like this one, or if it's going to be eagles in the wild. How long do you think they live in both aspects? Now in the wild, generally eagles live for about 20 to 25 years. There are a lot of different factors that can influence an eagle's lifespan, so that's why it's a pretty wide average there in that 20 to 25 year range. But in zoological facilities, eagles have been recorded living past 40 years. They can live quite a long time when under human care. Now, part of the reason for that is because they're able to make sure that there isn't any bacteria or parasites entering their bodies through their diets. That's one of the great things about being in a zoological facility, is we can make sure we're not introducing any disease or bacteria or parasites into our animals' habitats and diets. Another reason why they're able to live for up to 40 years is they get veterinarian care. Our eagles get to see the vet every now and then, making sure that they're nice and healthy, and we can adjust anything that might be an issue for them. Now, our eagles here are not all going to be the same age. They're going to vary a lot. So Franklin, he is our bald eagle, our male bald eagle, and he is actually going to be about 30 years old. So he is estimated to be about 30 years old. Because of them all being rescues, we do not know exactly how old they are for sure, but we estimate that Franklin is going to be about 30 years old. Dorado is also estimated to be at about 18 years old, so that's pretty old as well. And then Betsy Ross, our newest member of our eagle family, she is estimated to be about 6 years old. All right, my next question for you is going to be, how many eggs do eagles lay? What do you guys think? How many eggs are they going to lay at one time? Now, both golden and bald eagles lay clutches. That's what it's called when they lay their eggs. It is a clutch size of about 1 to 3 eggs. Now, eggs for eagles can actually vary on how long they're going to take to develop, and it can be anywhere from about 36 days for a bald eagle and about 45 days for a golden eagle. So that's how long it takes those eggs to be able to hatch. Now, bonus question, do you know how big they're going to be? How big do you think those eggs might be? They're going to be about 3.5 inches in length. That's a pretty big egg. Now, in order to house those big eggs, they need a nest, right? So that brings us to our next question. How big is an eagle's nest? How many feet across do you think an eagle's nest is? Now, for those of you that are just joining us, welcome to Living Coast in Your Living Room. My name is Ashley, and I'm one of the educators here at the Living Coast Discovery Center. Today we're playing a trivia game all about eagles, and I just asked the question, how big is an eagle's nest? How many feet across do you think an eagle's nest is going to be?
So Rachel over here, she guessed 1 foot. Alda has also guessed 2 feet, and then Sarah here, she guessed 12 feet long.
Wow, those are all great guesses, but eagles' nests are an average of about 5 to 6 feet across. That's bigger than me. I could lay completely all the way down across within an eagle's nest. Now they usually build these nests in either a cliffside or up high in a tree so that they can have a great view and watch out for anything that might be coming around them and protect their eggs as best as possible. All right, now that brings us to the next question. What do they need to protect themselves from? Do eagles have predators? Yes or no? And if you think yes, who would that be? Now this one is kind of a tricky question. Eagles are very large birds. So when they get to adulthood, they don't really have any predators. There's not much that they need to worry for. However, they do need to watch out for some things that humans can potentially bring out and cause harm to them. But when they're hatchlings or they're fledglings, that's actually going to be when they have their natural predators. Predators are going to include things like raccoons, ravens, bears, bobcats, and even wolverines. So when they're younger, they do have quite a bit that they need to watch out for. But then as they get older, they don't really have to worry too much. They just got to make sure that they are staying safe away from any of our human developments, as we often can make things a little bit harder for them. Some of the issues that eagles have to face due to human impacts are going to be things like poisonings, car strikes, electrocution, and habitat loss. As we are developing different areas, we can take away those forested areas that eagles rely on to be able to hunt and build their nests. One of the other big problems that they face is going to be different issues with poisoning. Have you ever heard of DDT poisoning? Well, that used to be a common pesticide that was used way back in the day. They used to use that, but in the 70s, they actually banned it in order to protect the California condor. Now, by reducing the use of this pesticide, it actually helped benefit the bald eagles as well, as it was causing issues with their eggs. Now, bald eagles are doing much better from that, but there are still some other things that they're facing. Things like if you are driving out, whenever you're driving around, you want to make sure you're keeping a careful eye out for any animals that might be crossing the street or flying across the roadway, as any roadkill can actually cause animals like eagles to come on over to try to scavenge them. So when you want to drive around, you want to make sure you're keeping that extra eye peeled and watching out for animals as best as possible. And if you do hit something, you want to give animal control a call. The local animal control team will actually come in and remove that off the side of the road, which will help reduce any other scavenging animals coming over to eat it. Eagles are opportunistic feeders, which means that if there's a food that's going to show up and it's going to be easily presenting itself, they're going to go after that because it makes it easier for them in ensuring that they get a food source. Now, other things you can do is if you are a hunter, you can make sure that you are using non-lead bullets. And same with when we talked about with that roadkill, with those non-lead bullets that can help reduce any poisonings that will come into them from eating any of those hunted animals. So there are a lot of different easy things you can do to help protect. Making sure you're being careful when you're driving around, not using rodenticides, and just keeping a careful eye out at all times. That can help eagles and many other animals as well. Okay, we hope you had a great time learning about our eagles and playing a little trivia around. Now throughout the week we're going to be bringing you. Be sure to join us and we'll see you next time.